So after 7 good years, King Promise finally wins the Artist of the Year award at the just ended Telecel Ghana Music Awards. And guys, this calls for a celebration because for the many times we thought King Promise should have won this category, he didn't win, but he was never discouraged. He always went to the drawing board to correct certain things, and he came back harder and bigger. And this year, just as he said, he is the chosen one. So allow me to dedicate this video to, talk about King Promise's resilience, his creativity, his talent, and his diligence, because anyone could have been discouraged, but this year was just his year and he needs his flowers. So I am T. David and you're welcome. Let's talk about how King Promise has been resilient, and this year he won the award. So as far back as 2019, King Promise had this melodious album named the As Promised album, right? And on that album was, hit songs like CCTV and Tokyo featuring Wizkid. And these songs had about 7 nominations at the 20th edition of the TGMAs then. But guess what? King Promise went home with none of the awards. And as Ghanaians, people went on social media to hoot at him, to say that he's that one kind of artist that would, bring hit songs and vanish on the music scene. And people, were just talking, ranting and banting, right? So King Promise actually went home to do his homework, to reinvent himself. And yes, he came back in 2022 with his 5-star album. So it was from this album that, he got the name the 5-star General. And, this album too performed, but not really well like his True to Self album, but it had some hit songs. And this one too, he really didn't get nominations, I think, at the TGMAs at that time. But he still went home to do his work, and then came out in 2024 with his True to Self album. Guys, the True to Self album was that album that the Terminator song was on it, that the Terminator song went viral. Countries in Asia and United States of America went wild about it. It was actually a global tune. But even with that Terminator song, King Promise didn't get the Artist of the Year last year at the 2024 TGMAs. So, people were questioning that, hey, King Promise, can you really get this Artist of the Year award? But mind you, last year, Stonebwoy won the most coveted prize at the TGMAs. King Promise didn't. But King Promise still went back, to do his homework, to reinvent himself, to see if he could get another chance to be nominated at the Artist of the Year category and, win that prize. So he was still working. So I told you about the True to Self album that he released in 2024. He searched for some songs in it to promote very heavily that could, secure him the Artist of the Year award. And yet indeed, the songs he got was Paris and Favorite Story. So these 2 songs were heavily populated. When you go outside, you hear these songs being played. Lyrically, they were in tune, they were so good, and it became that global hit. He performed in Asia and USA, everywhere. These songs were wild, and yet people were still asking if he could win the Artist of the Year. And yes, he has won the Artist of the Year with these 2 magical songs on his True to Self album. He won 4 awards in fact, including the Artist of the Year at this year's TGMAs. He won the Best Afropop Song. He won the Best Afropop Afrobeats Artist of the Year. He won the Album EP of the Year, and he won the Artist of the Year award. So you should tell you that King Promise has been grinding. He has actually been working hard in order to secure himself the Artist of the Year award, and he truly deserves it, right? And it was no news that he came out to award his PR that I think he and his management appointed Tilly. He is going to, fully sponsor Tilly's master's degree at any university of her choice. This is so magical. This is so exciting news to hear, because King Promise has actually been working, right? He has been working, and winning this Artist of the Year award is mind-blowing. But even before I let you go, I want you to enjoy King Promise performance at the TGMAs, the just ended TGMAs. Guys, King Promise is the reigning Artist of the Year. Enjoy. that's it for this video, and I'm glad you watched and you took lessons from it. That King Promise has always been hardworking, has always been diligent and very dedicated. And even though many times he was denied the opportunity to be Artist of the Year, he didn't deny himself mentally. He still worked hard for what he saw and his vision. And I think that is a moral lesson to everybody, that if you're being denied something, just still work, and your work would, you know, sell you out, and you would definitely be recognized one day. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, that's all. King Promise is the reigning Artist of the Year, and that's on period. Nobody can say otherwise. So yeah, see you in another video, and it is TD News. I am T. David. Until then, bye.
A big thank you to the best fans in the world. Listen, if any young person is watching me right now who has a dream, use me as an example of resilience. My first year when I broke out on the scene, I had 7 nominations and I left with 0. While some people laugh, I just work harder because I believe in God's timing. Today, I am the chosen one. Thank you so much. God bless you.